back, and if you're first watching this channel and video, I'm an industrial designer based in London, and I've been doing a series of videos which include tutorials or talks about art and design. And today I would like to talk about some of the artists and designers. I find their work inspiring and interesting. So there will be 6 of them that I will talk briefly, and then I will also add links about their work and documentaries. If you already know, you'll maybe learn more about them, or this will be a video that you discover new artists and designers. So the first one is Ólafur Eliasson. You might have heard his name, he's quite known. He's an Icelandic-Danish artist, but also a designer. He's based in Berlin, and he just had an exhibition in Tate Modern which ended around a few months ago. And he works in different scale and different mediums, mostly doing sculptures, but he also do a lot of installations and video and documentaries. His work is mainly about climate change, civic policy, issues about education and different materials, nature. I went to his work, his talk in Hayward Gallery last year when he was releasing his new book, and his talk was very interesting. He talked about his studio practice, how they work as a very big team, and they also have a kitchen where they sit and prepare lunches together in the studio using a lot of fermented food and different techniques of cooking. His work is very relevant to what's happening in the world today, so you can check his website, but also on Netflix he has a documentary in Abstract of Design. So one of the episodes from season 2, I think, is about him, and he's in interview in person. Also some of his team members participate to this documentary as well. The second artist is Alexander McQueen. He's also very known, very popular, because a lot of celebrities, singers also has worn his designs, but also he was very outstanding and talented before he passed away. He is a London Scottish designer. He studied in Central St. Martin's in a master's for fashion design. He created collections that was ahead of the general style, but also very different than what has been already happening. He also mastered a lot of suit making, embroidery, and fabric textile techniques. His documentary is also available on Netflix, but also I started appreciating his work more when I saw the retrospective exhibition in the Metropolitan Museum in New York in 2011. Also, he not only designs the fashion, but all the photography, filmography, everything that takes part of this story is very well communicated and very nicely executed. So he's another designer I really like. The third one is Iris van Herpen. So this is the last fashion designer that I'm going to talk about. She's a Dutch fashion designer, and she is very well known for her 3D printing techniques when the first 3D printing was becoming popular, and now this is what she is known for. She also does a lot of laser cut and sewn together different fabrics and materials and creates these beautiful nature inspired forms. And she also works with MIT, CERN, Neri Oxman, and there's also a documentary, a very short one, available online, which I'll also add the link. But I recommend you to watch the documentary, and you'll learn more about her process and her team who works together to create these designs, and they are very unique, very well made. The fourth designer or artist I will talk about is a Turkish one from my home country. He is from Istanbul. His name is Refik Anadol. At the moment he is based in Los Angeles, and he's a visiting lecturer in UCLA, where he also studied, if I'm not wrong. So his work is about machine intelligence, AI, collecting database and images and translating them into big installations with sound and projection. So Refik Anadol, I've seen 2 of his exhibitions in person. One of them is Latent Being, which was in Berlin, Kraftwerk, in December 2019, so very recent. And the other one is Melting Memories. Melting Memories was in Istanbul. It's quite a large scale moving piece that looks like projection mapping, but it is not. It's a collection of different data translated into AI and fluid visuals. So it's better to just watch his video or visit his social media to understand what I'm talking about. And then the work he exhibited in Berlin, Latent Being, is a 30-minute interactive piece that you go with these RFID tags, which knows where you are in the exhibition space, and the projection is adjusted to where you are, and it's all the visuals from history of Berlin. It was a very good exhibition, and I don't think any video or photo makes justice to the work. It's better when you experience it in person with all the lights and sound and the visuals. It's very immersive and very beautiful. The 5th one is a glass artist. Her name is Tut Zinski. She graduated from Rhode Island School of Design, and she's one of the first people who studied in the glass program. I also studied my bachelor's in RISD, and that's how I found out about her work. She makes thermoformed glass fibers, so she aligns and arranges glass fibers in different colors and patterns, and then uses a very big heat press machine to form her vases. Each of them are very unique and very beautiful. She also worked with Venini, a lot of Murano glass makers, and she's one of the first founders of Pilchuck Glass School in the west coast of US. She also participated in starting Urban Glass in New York. So she has a very educational side, but also as a practicing artist, I think her work is very beautiful, and I'm in love with the red vases. And the last one is another Turkish artist. Her name is Ferhanisa Zeid. I became familiar with her work when I was in high school after visiting an exhibition in Istanbul Modern Museum. She's a painter. Her most known piece is My Hell, which is a very big scale painting, abstract and geometric patterns. I also like her earlier work, which are her self-portraits and portraits of other people with very big eyes, very defined features, and the colors are, I think, very, very beautiful. And her life story is also very interesting. So she is from Istanbul. She was born in 1901. After she studied in Istanbul, she went to study abroad to improve her painting skills in Europe mainly. But also she married and became a princess in Amman. Just her life story is very interesting. So her work is very inspired from Islamic and Byzantine art. Most art critics call it like Oriental art, but when you see it, it's, in my opinion, looks very abstract and very unfamiliar to Istanbul, and I think that's what makes her stand out, because for that time period, being a successful woman artist was not very easy, and she made it through, so I love her work. And she had a retrospective exhibition in Tate Modern in 2017, and her work has been exhibited in a lot of museums around the world. These are the 6 artists I wanted to talk about that I like and that I appreciate their work. I think they were very ahead of their time period with their approach, technique, and how they influenced other artists and designers. I hope you'll like this video and you'll subscribe to my channel. There will be more videos about design tutorials, some of the opinions about art and design, And if you are also curious about any topic related to these, you can put in the comments or reach me from Instagram, and I will add your recommendations to my list of videos that I'm going to record in the upcoming days. Thank you for watching, and I hope you will have a nice weekend. Thank you.